All right, good evening, folks. Welcome to the Rant Raven America here. Boy, we got some juicy shit to go over today, don't we? All right, first and foremost, good news happened last week. The Supreme Court ruled in favor of Trump. The states cannot take him off the ballot. That means he is going to be on the state primary ballots, thankfully. And they did that decision, made it right before Super Tuesday, which Trump pretty much had the clean sweep, pretty much. I mean, Nikki Haley, she won D.C., or no, sorry, Maine. She won Maine. It was the week prior to that she won D.C. And then after that, she drops out. So it's strictly just Trump there. So he's pretty much the party nominee. It's unofficial at this point because they still got the show to go through. Everyone else vote for the primary, but since it's just Trump on the ballot, it's now Trump Biden once again. Here we go, folks. Fasten your seatbelts. Make sure the airbags are stowed away, ready to deploy when we need them, and hit that fucking gas pedal because it's on. Another good thing too is I drew a blank on her name there real quick. I cannot remember it for the life of me. But she is no longer in the chair for the RNC. Pardon me, got to reach for my lighter because apparently while setting everything up, I forgot to grab one over here. So what does that mean? So since she has resigned her position, well, first and foremost, I think it's Blaine or Blair. Trump has put his support for him, so he's going to be head of the RNC. The co-chair for the RNC goes to Lana. I think I'm saying her name right there. Lana Davis, Trump's daughter-in-law. And then we're filling up the RNC with nothing but good stuff. All MAGA. It's all Trump. It's his party. So that being said, all the rhinos out there, all the naysayers for the anti-Trumpers out there in the Republican Party, you get your shit together real quick because this is Trump's show. It's his. He's running it, and his supporters are proud of it. They're fucking happy. So these Republicans out there that haven't been riding this Trump train have been so fucking against it. Either hop on board, and it might be too late to hop on board, honestly. Your career just might be over. So, yeah, I mean, that's the positive. Now, I don't know how many people tuned in last night. I, for one, didn't. I really didn't give a fuck. But Biden did deliver his State of the Union address. Now, I've been reading up on the articles, and I listened to Hannity today, and what he was talking about is pretty much what most of these people were talking about. Biden was on crack last night, apparently. Like, crack, coffee, whatever. Like, apparently he was yelling and screaming at the top of his fucking lungs and just going off, and not that Sleepy Joe that we know. Here's what gets me about this. And apparently the Democrats decided to do this and have Joe be that way because we've all been questioning his sanity, right, and his mental capacity. So they figured if this is the Joe Biden that everyone sees, they will no longer question his sanity. Oh, we're still going to question the sanity, but now we're also going to question the Democratic Party. You're telling me that as the leader of the DNC and leader of this great nation of ours, you got to put this motherfucker out there on caffeine and shit? Get him so fucking hyped up because the man is obviously incapable of doing it himself? You got a problem. And apparently it's a problem that the Democrats have known about the entire time. But remember, though, they've been shoving this down our throats of Biden's fine. He's physically fit to hold office. He's okay. He just had a blunder. But yet, you put out a different Joe Biden last night. And it's not in a good way either. I mean, honestly, it's fucking worse. The only difference is he didn't fall asleep at the podium halfway through his fucking speech. And what I am happy about is that they did fact check a bunch of his shit because I'm so fucking tired of everyone else getting fact checked. It's definitely time to fact check the president as well. You know, because they did it with the previous president for 4 years. So someone's going to fact check this fucker. And what they found out is, oh wait, he claimed that the inflation has gone down. Wrong. He claimed that more people died of COVID during the Trump presidency than his presidency. Wrong. And then there was something there said about the border. I kind of phased that one out because we all know that's bullshit. Which that there was fact checked real damn quick. Obviously, fucking wrong. And then there was something about how the big companies are no longer paying income tax. That one I totally phased. I was like, we all know that's bullshit. Yeah, the highlight though was Marjorie Taylor Greene. She stole the show. As Biden was walking down towards the podium, she was trying to get his attention, and the U.S. guardsman there tried to tell her that she has to take her hat off. And she was wearing Trump, all Trump, decked out MAGA, had the red hat and everything, make America great again. And she gave it back to him. She goes, "No, I'm not taking the hat off. I don't have to." Because since 2019, they let the rule go there with when you're in Congress and sitting there, you can't wear hats. Now there was never a dress code, but the hats was a no go. But that lapsed in 2019. And then she went so far as to say, "My constituents they support Trump. I support Trump. And this here in my house, I'm able to represent as well. So no, I'm not taking the hat off. I'll pay whatever fine, whatever." They about kicked her out. She goes, "Okay, that's fine. That's when she put up her constituents." They let her stay. And then she decided to heckle Joe Biden when he was talking about, oh shit, I can't think of the nurse's name off the top of my head. It's there. Riley, I remember it's Riley. Bless her heart. Pray for her family. If you, she was murdered by an illegal immigrant coming up from Venezuela. And Biden, who since this happened, has never mentioned her name at all. And so Major Taylor Greene was saying, "Hey, mention her name. Say her name. Say her name." Well, he did. He pronounced it wrong, for one. And said that this young woman was killed by an illegal immigrant. What really irks me and a lot of Republicans out there, and if you're a decent human being, you should be irked about this, period, is that they don't get on Biden for mispronouncing the name. Oh, by the way, he was also holding up a button that the Republicans were passing around with her name on it. He had it in his hand. So, it's quick right there. But what really irks us is that all the Democrats are bitching about since the State of the Union address was he said illegal immigrant. He shouldn't have said that. That's so wrong. We call them undocumented. This nurse was murdered by an illegal fucking immigrant, okay? He came over illegally. That's the word illegal. But they want to mince words and say, no, it's undocumented. How dare Biden even say that? And then on the tarmac, as he was leaving and boarding Air Force One, they brought it to Biden and said, "Did you mean to say illegal immigrant?" They asked him, "Did you say that?" And he goes, "Yeah, I shouldn't have. We don't use that term. That's just wrong." Like, fucking kidding me? Like, are we really mincemeating fucking words right now? Illegal is illegal. If you do something illegally, it's fucking illegal. If I go rob a store, that is an illegal fucking act. What? Are we going to call that? It was just an act of violence or what? I don't even know how to put that, really. It's fucking illegal. Get pulled over for speeding, that's illegal. What? Driving the car too fast would be the more politically correct term, I suppose, in the Democrats' eyes. But anyways, going back to the whole thing of here, this woman was brutally murdered. Her family is coping with this loss. She was only 24 years old. She was out on a walk on her college campus grounds. And here she was brutally murdered, and we got the Democrats bitching because the president used the word illegal immigrant. I'm like, tell me something's not fucked up in this damn country. Go ahead. I'll agree with you. By the way, that was total sarcasm. It's just enough to make your blood run red. And if it does, folks, vote Republican this November. It's the only way to fix this problem. It's the only way to fix this country. In 2 years from now, vote red during the midterms. What really gets me is the irrelevance out there that want to chime in. Thankfully, Hillary's been a bit quiet lately. But right now, the big one is Liz Cheney once again. I mean, she's here and there. She's been popping off throughout the past 3 years. But her biggest thing now is we need to start a third party. It's one where both Democrats and Republicans get together. It's the only way to save this country. Look, Miss Liz Cheney, the only thing that you're trying to do is stay relevant, which you're not. I'm pretty sure most of this country know the fuck your husband was until he became Bush's, and that's Senior Bush, vice president. No one gives a fuck. You just want to throw your 2 cents out there. And yes, she is a total Trump hater. She even said that after this year, or when it comes up for time, she's switching her party over to Democrat. All I'm thinking is, okay, that's fine because the Democrats have lost 4, so they'll gain 1 from you by you switching. That hurts the Republican Party how? Actually, the way we see it in the party, get rid of the fucking trash anyway. Your moving doesn't hurt us any. It's like we're going to be all up in arms going, no, please, Miss Cheney, don't leave. We need you. No one cares. Pardon me. Yeah. Then she was saying, yeah, with Trump, what he's doing now with the Republican, with the RNC now, usually you have a change in the guard. This is a total Trump takeover. Not necessarily. Not necessarily.
What? I'm sorry. Excuse me.
Trump was just Trump. Trump put out there his political side of shit, did stuff his way, and we loved it as a country, and the majority of the Republicans loved it. His point of view of how this country should be ran and what this country is will always stay inside the Republican Party. So no, it's not a Trump takeover. It's already been there, Miss Cheney. You just missed the fucking Trump train. That's what happened. You had a free ticket and still missed your fucking ride. Kind of reminds me of the Broncos. You had a free ticket to Super Bowl. You still didn't show up. But yeah, besides those negatives, it's all good right now. It's all good. And the polls still show Trump beating Biden right now by I think 24 points in each poll. So quick disclaimer here. Quick disclaimer before I say what I'm going to say next. All right, again, before we post any videos, they are overwatched, overlooked. Let me make sure everything's right on key right before we post anything. And again, I have to say this right out there to Google because I found out weeks or months ago that YouTube is owned by Google. So before you go and want to ban this video and say, Just remember that the Democrats have said this shit too. Most recent was 2016 with Hillary, how you can still win the popular vote but have an election stolen from you. Straight from the Democrats' fucking mouth. So before you do anything with this video, double check yourself, fact check yourself. Anyways, as I was saying, that's into my disclaimer, by the way. As I was saying, Trump right now, the way the polls are looking, 24 points up, he's going to win this election. The Democrats know it. They're scared to death. That's what they did with Joe Biden last night. Hyped his ass up. Injected him with fucking, I don't know, morphine, Adderall. I have no idea what the fuck they did. So, that wide of a freaking margin, unless the Democrats come up with some way to fucking make sure that Trump loses this election, Trump's going to be the next president. Unless they find some way to steal the deal. And yeah, I use that term. And again, YouTube and, well, Google. Fact check yourself. If the Democrats can say it, we can too. It's all fair. Speaking of being fair, and if someone else can, we can too. First Amendment rights, right, guys? We have freedom of choice, freedom of speech, for now. What I'm getting at is, my bars and stars have once again become a subject out here where I live. Not by the people and my neighbors and nothing, but it's the owners of my trailer park. My neighbors didn't give a fuck. They really didn't. But the owners of our trailer park said, hey, that's a symbol of slavery, gotta take it the fuck down. I'm thinking, you don't know your history.
Don't they know that you are a slave?
If I want to fly my flag, I can fly my flag. It's my right, my freedom of speech. If someone wants to fly the swastika, they can fly the swastika. Do I agree with it? No, but that's their right. That's the beautiful thing about America. You have your freedom of choice. Just because we don't agree with something doesn't mean someone can't do it. Into history on both flags, go with the swastika first because it's a short history. The swastika actually isn't the symbolism of the Hitler regime and prejudice against the Jews. I know I'm going to piss a bunch of folks off just by saying that. But look at the history of the swastika. It was actually part of what would be considered, I guess, more a democratic group out in Germany at that point in time. But it was a political group that had used that. Hitler took it and stole it and turned it into what he turned it into. But if you look at the history of it, and if someone has that because of the history of it and what they believed in it back then and what that was, that shouldn't count against that person. It's like this flag right here. It does not represent slavery. It does, however, represent rebellion. I'll tell you that right now. People want to say that the Civil War was fought over slavery. It fucking wasn't. Slavery was a cliff note. What the Civil War was fought about was the government cannot come into our lives and tell us how the hell we are going to live our lives. And because of North One, guess what, folks? The government's telling you how to live your life, and they're going to tell you what you can and cannot do. But this flag back here behind me, I wish it was beside me. Love that flag. It's not a symbol of slavery. There's a reason why it comes still red, white, and blue. And there's also a reason it has the 13 stars on it that it has. Because we love our country and we do not want government control. That's what the Revolutionary War was over. We did not want to stand underneath the foot of the British. Now, we got the bars and stars right back there, reminding us, now, hey, you have a choice. You can fight. It's just we have changed out one fucking master for another. It's just called our own government. I mean, honestly, if we wanted to live this way and we're all okay with it, then why even fight a fucking Revolutionary War then? Why not just stay underneath the heel of the fucking Brits? Everyone can talk a good fucking talk. But hardly anyone in this fucking country can back it up. And I seriously mean that, because a lot of folks in this country weren't taught true fucking history. They don't know their history. And some of them don't even know Dick from fucking Adam. All they're doing is taking word from mouth and saying, okay, I heard it, so that must be true. No. If you dig hard enough, even as much as the internet can cover shit up, if you dig hard enough, you'll find the truth. I did one video, folks, where I even pointed out the history of this little flag right there. And she went through 13 different variations before that one that was settled upon. And we were already well deep into the Civil War by the time this flag became the symbol. What I'm really looking at is going into 12 of those fucking designs, pick one and flying it outside and see if anyone says shit. And I'll start even asking around after a month where no one says anything and say, you know what that flag is, right? Well, the way you guys see it, that's a symbol of slavery right there, right? It is hell. Well, you say the Bars and Stars symbol of slavery. That was actually the 8th or 9th iteration of that flag. But you didn't know that, did you? Because it's a battle flag. It's a sign of rebellion. It's a sign of saying, hey, you can stand up. You have your freedom. Fight for it. Don't lay down. Don't take no damn bullshit. Don't just say, run all over me. And for anyone out there that flies the flag of don't tread on me, but yet coddles the fucking government, or just says, okay, the government said it, so it's true, then take your fucking flag down. If you just roll your eyes and say, okay, it's fine, you're letting the government walk all fucking over you, and you have no right to fly that flag either. So, yeah, anyway. I'm not too happy. I had to take it down and bring her in. I was actually talking to the wife about, fuck it, I'll take the damn fine. As soon as I get the fine, I'll take them to court. My freedom of speech, my freedom of right. Just because people don't fucking like it doesn't mean that I have to abide by what people don't like. As I like to say, I'm sorry that you're offended. Your offense just offended me. So now what? Not my fault that you can't handle someone's point of view. It's not anyone else's fault that someone else's opinion offended somebody. Somewhere in, I want to say it was 2020. I don't know. I think it was a little bit further before that. Where at some point in fucking time, no one can have an opinion about shit. If you have an opinion, all of a sudden, you're being taken to court, or a law is being passed to take away your opinion. To me, that's not America. I was talking to a buddy of mine, bless his heart, little Joe, we love you. We were talking about this very fucking thing, you know, what people want to do in this country, they should be able to do, you know, that's what America is. People don't have to agree with it. People don't have to freaking like it. And I said, you know, this isn't the America that we fucking fought for. This is just bullshit. He looked me dead in the eye and he goes, do you know, brother, You don't realize one damn thing. I was like, what? He goes, the America that we fought and died for actually fucking died a long fucking time ago. America's never been America. I looked at him and said, bullshit. He goes, no. He said, even during the revolution, going far back as you're trying to create this country, the power held power. He goes, the America that we thought we were fighting for was only there as just a dream, but it's never been there. And I thought long and hard on those fucking words. They still eat at me. Because he's fucking right. It's never been there, and it very well shows its fucking true colors today. America's never been America. The dream sounds great. The picture we paint for America, it looks wonderful. But the thing is, everyone up there on Capitol Hill, your judges, all of them, your aldermans, they all hold the power. They are the America. That's peons down there on the list that they overlook and see royal subjects that should just bow down to them. We don't get the American dream. We get what we are told to do and how we're going to do it. And it's been that way since day one, since our country's been founded. And I realized what my little buddy was saying. I mean, heck. They made terms for the president, but never made terms for Congress. Go figure that out. There's a reason for that. There's a reason we have our career politicians. The people in power hold the American dream. All the rest of us just get a dream for it and hope for it. Work our asses off. And it just might, what we hope for and what we plan for might work out. But when you don't have a voice, I'm not just talking about the elections, guys. I'm also talking about just in general. Look at the recent conversations that have been going on for the past 4 years. Actually, correction, 8. The last 8 years. Where you can have a discussion, a conversation, voice your opinion without getting into a heated fucking argument because either or is fucking wrong. That's been going on for 8 years now. Why? Because you got people that will stand up for Trump, you got people that will stand up for Biden, then you got the Democrat and Republican. And if you want to go into a debate on it, which was that's what it should be, but it's not. Let's just call it what it is, a heated fucking argument on it. Because that's what you're going to get yourself into. No longer is there, I'm going to sit down, I have something I want to say to you and discuss with you. Like gentlemen. Crack a beer, or whatever you want to sip on, have a smoke, or your weed, whatever. We're going to sit down and talk about this. No. Instead, it turns into a full-blown heated argument, sometimes even a fist fight. Or, heaven forbid, someone pulls out a fucking gun. I mean, what the hell happened that we can't have a discussion? When the hell is my opinion, your opinion, anyone else's opinion, the fact? Why does it have to be so damn personal?
People quit bitching.
I look at it this way. And this did just dawn on me just now. This is a quick thought. Food for thought, folks. They always say in a good relationship, you have to have good communication. Well, we're in a relationship with freaking America. So I think it's about time we have some good fucking communication. No hearsay bullshit, whatever not. Let's listen to each other, talk about it.
Well, you never
It's time to actually start acting like we are in a relationship with America.
You never listen to me, so.
No more black hate, no more anti-gun, no more, well, my president's right and yours is just wrong and you're a fucking idiot if you think otherwise. No, 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 no. Have a talk, listen to each other, and just say, oh, you know what? I don't agree with it, but I respect your opinion.
Practice what you preach. You never listen when I talk.
It ain't that fucking difficult. I mean, I just did it. It ain't that fucking hard to do.
Practice what you preach. You never listen when I talk to you.
I respect your opinion. How hard is that? What? And I barely wasted any breath doing that.
Maybe you should start listening.
I wasted more fucking energy just now thinking about it than I did saying it. And I also used less muscle than I would to if I was going to swing at somebody or move my arm to pull a fucking gun. I used less fucking muscle just now, but just by saying, I respect your opinion.
But you don't do that for me. You gotta always argue with me and not listen to what I'm saying. So practice what you preach.
I respect your opinion.
Then do it.
Well, all right, folks. That's enough out of my mouth here, guys. Hopefully, give you guys something to think about. And again, some good news there happening on the Republican side here. Thanks to the Supreme Court, we get to voice our opinion and vote for who we want to here in November 5th. But all right. Love y'all. If you're watching the video, you're new to the channel, like what we had to say, hit the subscribe button, hit that bell button. That way, then you get reminded anytime that we share a video, post a video. Like that's fun on here. I really need to do some fun videos. I haven't done one in a while, guys. And on that note, I might just do one on the 4th. Could be some fun there, 4th of July. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I do need to start doing some fun stuff too. I've did a couple in the past, but I need to do a few more, a lot more, than just this political and rant and rave bullshit. I love it, but hey, everyone else has fun too, right? All right, guys. Love y'all. Catch you guys in the next one.